Welcome back to Return to Wholeness with Heidi Marquez, founder of the Return to Wholeness Method. In the previous modules, you developed a deeper understanding of yourself. You explored how your nervous system responds to life experiences, discovered how your subconscious mind shapes your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and beliefs, and recognized the patterns influencing your daily life. Awareness creates opportunity. Understanding provides direction. The next step is learning what creates the conditions for lasting transformation. Many people believe change begins with willpower, motivation, or positive thinking alone. While those can certainly support growth, meaningful transformation is often built upon something even more fundamental, creating supportive internal conditions. Your mind and body are constantly responding to the information they receive. Every experience, every thought, every expectation, and every interaction becomes an input that influences how you think, feel, and respond. As you'll discover in this lesson, your expectations can shape your biology through the placebo and nocebo effects. Your subconscious mind and nervous system work together to continually interpret whether your environment feels supportive or challenging. These interpretations influence your physiology, your emotions, and your capacity to learn, adapt, and grow. We'll also explore two complementary ways of supporting regulation, helping your mind influence your body and helping your body influence your mind. As these systems begin working together, greater brain-heart coherence can emerge, supporting increased flexibility, resilience, and intentional living. Remember, transformation is something we cultivate, not force. By intentionally creating supportive internal conditions, we prepare ourselves for meaningful and lasting change. Let's begin. Looking back at everything we've explored so far through our first two modules, you developed a deeper understanding of yourself. You discovered how your nervous system, beliefs, and experiences influence the way you experience life. Now, we're ready to explore what allows lasting transformation to unfold. Now, we connect everything. Transformation flourishes when we intentionally cultivate supportive expectations, internal safety, brain-heart coherence, emotional flexibility, self-compassion, consistent daily practices. Awareness most definitely creates opportunity. Once you begin seeing these patterns, something remarkable happens. You create space between yourself and the automatic responses that have been running in the background. Instead of reacting without realizing it, you begin responding with intention. This is the gift of awareness. Awareness doesn't instantly change a pattern. However, it changes your relationship with the pattern. You move from being unconsciously driven by old programming to consciously observing it with curiosity and compassion. You may begin noticing, I always expect the worst in this situation. I immediately become tense when someone disagrees with me. I assume people are judging me. I rush to fix everyone else's problems before taking care of myself. For perhaps the first time, you recognize these aren't simply who you are. They're patterns your nervous system learned through experience. And once you can recognize a pattern, you have an opportunity to choose something different. Awareness opens the door to possibility. It gives you the freedom to pause, to breathe, to become curious, and to ask a new question. Is this response helping me today, or is it simply familiar? That question alone can begin shifting the direction of your life, because every meaningful transformation begins with seeing clearly. You can't change what remains hidden. However, once something comes into awareness, it can be understood, it can be supported, it can be updated, and over time, it can be transformed. Throughout this academy, awareness will continue to be your foundation. Not because awareness is the destination, rather because awareness creates the opportunity for every step that follows. It opens the door to regulation, release, repatterning, reconnection, embodiment, and ultimately, a return to wholeness. Indeed, regulation creates capacity. Awareness helps you recognize what's happening. Regulation helps you create the capacity to respond differently. Think of your nervous system as the foundation of a house. When the foundation feels unstable, every challenge feels bigger. Every stressor feels heavier. Every emotion feels more difficult to navigate. However, when your nervous system experiences safety, everything begins to function differently. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your emotions become easier to process. Your body conserves energy instead of constantly preparing for danger. Your relationships become more connected because you're able to stay present instead of reacting automatically. This is why regulation is so important. It's not about becoming calm every moment of every day. It's about increasing your capacity to remain present with life's experiences without becoming overwhelmed by them. Imagine gradually expanding your window of tolerance. Situations that once felt overwhelming begin to feel manageable. Conversations that once triggered defensiveness become opportunities for connection. Challenges that once created anxiety become experiences you know you can navigate. It happens because your nervous system becomes more resilient, not because life becomes easier. Every time you practice regulation, you're teaching your body a new experience. You're reinforcing the message, I am safe enough to stay present. Those moments may seem small. However, they create meaningful change over time. Your brain strengthens the pathways you use repeatedly. Your nervous system learns through experience. Your body begins expecting safety instead of automatically preparing for threat. Little by little, your capacity grows. And as your capacity grows, transformation becomes more sustainable. Because lasting change isn't created by forcing yourself to think differently. It's created by giving your mind and body the safety they need to grow together. Regulation doesn't remove life's challenges. It helps you meet those challenges from a place of greater stability, flexibility, and resilience. And that growing capacity becomes the foundation for everything that comes next. Now we expand on the biology of expectation. Science continues to reveal something remarkable. Our expectations can influence how we think, how we feel, how we respond, even how our bodies function. This is one reason our internal environment matters so much. Every moment of every day, your brain is making predictions about what is most likely to happen next. Those predictions help your nervous system prepare your body before an experience unfolds. When your brain expects safety, your body prepares for connection, learning, healing, and growth. When your brain expects danger, your body prepares for protection. Heart rate changes, breathing shifts, stress hormones increase, attention becomes more focused. These responses happen automatically, helping your body prepare for what it expects to experience. Researchers have observed this through the placebo and nocebo effects. A placebo effect occurs when positive expectations contribute to measurable improvements in health and well-being. A nocebo effect occurs when fearful or negative expectations contribute to symptoms or physiological changes, even without a harmful substance or event. Both responses demonstrate the powerful connection between the brain, the nervous system, and the body. Your brain is continually asking, what should I prepare for? The answer influences your physiology. This understanding offers something incredibly hopeful. Your nervous system continues learning throughout your life. As your experiences change, your expectations can evolve. As your expectations evolve, your body begins preparing for new possibilities. Every moment of regulation, every moment of safety,
every moment of self-compassion, provides new evidence that supports healthier expectations. Transformation becomes more than positive thinking. It becomes a biological process, supported by repeated experiences that help your mind and body prepare for a new future. And that is where lasting transformation begins.
Next, let's expand on the placebo and nocebo effect. One of the most fascinating discoveries in modern science is that expectations can influence physiology. Researchers have observed this through two well-known phenomena, the placebo effect and the nocebo effect. A placebo effect occurs when positive expectations contribute to measurable improvements in health and well-being. A nocebo effect occurs when fearful or negative expectations contribute to symptoms or physiological changes, even when no harmful substance or event is present. These responses are real. They demonstrate the remarkable communication between the brain, the nervous system, and the body. This helps us understand that words matter, thoughts matter, experiences matter. The expectations we repeatedly reinforce become signals that help shape our internal environment. Imagine hearing encouraging words from someone you trust. Your body may naturally soften. Your breathing may become slower. You may feel more hopeful, more connected, and more capable. Now imagine receiving frightening information or expecting the worst outcome. Your nervous system may prepare for protection by increasing alertness and directing more energy towards survival. Neither response happens because you're imagining it. They reflect your brain preparing your body for what it expects to experience. This understanding offers an incredible opportunity. As you intentionally create experiences of safety, compassion, gratitude, and hope, you provide your nervous system with new evidence. Over time, those experiences help strengthen healthier expectations. The goal is to support your mind and body with experiences that encourage healing, resilience, and growth, not ignore challenges. Every encouraging thought, every compassionate action, every moment of regulation becomes another opportunity to influence your internal environment in a positive direction. That is the incredible potential of the mind-body connection. What do we mean by words create expectations? Words are far more powerful than many people realize because they cast spells, as we literally spell our words into existence. Language functions like a very real, very powerful magic. Every thought and sentence sets an intention, programs your brain, and shifts the reality around you. Every conversation, every label, every story, every message we hear becomes information our brain considers. Over time, repeated words help shape our expectations. Those expectations influence how we think, how we feel, how we respond, and even how our bodies prepare for future experiences. Imagine hearing, "Your body has an incredible capacity to adapt." That message creates a very different expectation than "nothing ever changes." The words themselves are information. Your brain interprets that information and begins preparing your nervous system for what it expects to experience. This is one reason the language we use with ourselves and others matters so much. The words spoken by parents, teachers, friends, healthcare providers, and our own inner voice all contribute to the story our brain is learning. Fortunately, our story continues to evolve. Every encouraging conversation, every compassionate thought, every supportive experience provides new information that helps shape healthier expectations. This is not about pretending every situation is easy. It's about choosing words that encourage possibility, resilience, and growth. As you become more aware of the language surrounding you, you also become more intentional about the language you choose, because every word plants a seed, and over time, those seeds help shape the expectations that influence your thoughts, your emotions, your physiology, and your future. Choose words that support the life you are creating. Your mind, your body, and your nervous system are listening. Awareness around the subconscious mind and nervous system connection is key to sustainable transformation because much of what you experience each day happens automatically. Your breathing, your posture, your habits, your emotional reactions, even many of your thoughts begin below conscious awareness. This is where the subconscious mind and the nervous system work together. The subconscious mind stores what you've learned through repeated experiences. Your nervous system continually scans your environment, asking one important question: am I safe? Together, they help your brain predict what is most likely to happen next and prepare your body accordingly. This process happens with incredible speed. Long before you consciously analyze a situation, your brain has already gathered information, compared it to past experiences, and prepared your body to respond. This ability has helped humans adapt and thrive throughout history. It allows you to respond quickly, learn from experience, and navigate daily life with remarkable efficiency. As life unfolds, your subconscious mind continues learning. Every repeated experience, every meaningful relationship, every moment of safety provides new information that can strengthen healthier patterns. This is why awareness and regulation are so powerful. Awareness helps you recognize the patterns guiding your life. Regulation creates the capacity to experience something new. And every new experience becomes an opportunity for your subconscious mind and nervous system to update what they expect. Transformation becomes a process of learning, growing, and creating new experiences that support the person you are becoming. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Your nervous system is always learning. Together, they help shape the life you experience, and together, they can support your return to wholeness. Now we focus on the two types of regulation, because as human beings, we aren't meant to regulate our emotions alone. From the moment we're born, our nervous systems are designed for connection. Before we learn to calm ourselves, we first learn to feel safe through the presence of another person. This is why there are two primary ways our nervous system becomes regulated: co-regulation and self-regulation. Co-regulation is the process of finding safety, calm, and emotional balance through a safe connection with someone else. Think about a baby who stops crying when a loving caregiver holds them. Their nervous system isn't calming itself. The caregiver's regulated nervous system is helping the baby's nervous system return to balance. Although we often associate co-regulation with childhood, it remains essential throughout our lives. A supportive partner, a trusted friend, a therapist, or even being in the presence of someone who feels grounded can help our nervous system settle. Over time, these repeated experiences of feeling safe with others help us develop the ability to regulate ourselves. Some examples: eye contact, calm voices, safe relationships, supportive presence. This is known as self-regulation. Self-regulation is your ability to recognize what you're feeling, respond with awareness instead of reacting automatically, and guide your nervous system back toward balance using healthy tools and practices. It means you've developed the capacity to return to a place of stability without becoming overwhelmed or disconnected from yourself. Not that you'll never become stressed or emotionally activated, because life happens and we are surrounded by people operating on different levels of consciousness. Both forms of regulation are important. Co-regulation reminds us that healing doesn't have to happen in isolation. Self-regulation empowers us to carry that sense of safety within ourselves, even when no one else is around. Within the Return to Wholeness method, we cultivate both. As you continue through this journey, you'll learn practical tools to strengthen your self-regulation while also recognizing the value of healthy, supportive relationships that help your nervous system experience safety. Together, co-regulation and self-regulation create the foundation for resilience, emotional well-being, and lasting transformation. Your brain and your heart are in constant communication, hence the importance of brain and heart coherence, which is when your whole system thrives by your thoughts, emotions, and heart aligning. They exchange information through the nervous system, hormones, and electrical signals, helping your body adapt to each moment. When your thoughts, emotions, and breathing become more aligned, your body can enter a state often called brain-heart coherence. During coherence, your heart rhythm becomes more organized, your nervous system functions more efficiently, and your brain has greater access to areas involved in clear thinking, emotional balance, and wise decision-making. Many people describe this state as feeling calm, present, focused, and connected. The encouraging news is that coherence is something you can practice. Simple habits like slow breathing, gratitude, compassion, mindfulness, and moments of intentional stillness can all help support this state. Every time you practice, you provide your nervous system with another experience of balance and safety. Over time, those repeated experiences strengthen your capacity to respond with greater resilience, flexibility, and presence. Brain-heart coherence is more than feeling relaxed. It's a way of helping your mind and body work together. As they become more aligned, you create an internal environment that supports healing, growth, learning, and transformation. And each moment of coherence becomes another step on your journey back to wholeness. A nervous system reset supports regulation through intentional, small daily moments where you pause instead of react, not just one perfect meditation. Every regulated moment strengthens new neural pathways. Daily regulation practices tell your nervous system, I'm safe. I can slow down. I don't have to stay on alert. Examples are breath work, grounding, orienting, gentle movement, nature, rest. Now is a good opportunity to pause, reflect, and integrate, even if it's only 15 minutes of your day. A few moments of reflection can deepen understanding and support meaningful transformation. Reflect. What did I discover about myself today? Integrate. What insight would I like to carry forward? Practice. What is one small step I can intentionally practice before the next lesson? Next, to direct your experience, set an intention. Write it out and say it to yourself 3 times twice a day, once upon waking and right before falling asleep. I choose to intentionally cultivate the internal conditions that support my growth and transformation. Here we leave you with our key takeaways in 5 principles. Lasting transformation begins by creating supportive internal conditions. A regulated nervous system creates greater capacity for growth, learning, and intentional change. Your expectations influence how your mind and body respond to the world around you. Small, consistent moments of regulation strengthen resilience over time. Creating safety within yourself prepares you for your return to wholeness. Now that we understand what creates the conditions for transformation, our next lesson is learning how to intentionally cultivate those conditions in everyday life. Thank you for learning with us. Remember to subscribe for more of the Return to Wholeness Academy. Our pillars are education, reflection, integration, transformation. Next steps. Listen to today's guided practice, Nervous System Reset. Continue to the next lesson. If you are seeking community, consider joining the remote Holistic Reset Group Program at HeidiMarquez.com/Holistic Reset Group Program. If you want us to facilitate your journey, claim your complimentary introductory consultation with us at calendly.com/return-to-wholeness/15 minutes. Remember, transformation is about developing the awareness and capacity to return to yourself with greater compassion, resilience, and intention, not about perfection or never experiencing stress again. Every step you take toward understanding your nervous system is a step toward greater freedom. And congratulations, you have navigated step 3. Remember, your body is working for you, not against you. As you learn to create safety from within, you begin your journey back to wholeness. The Return to Wholeness method provides a clear pathway for lasting transformation. We begin by becoming aware of our patterns, discovering their root causes, creating safety through regulation, releasing what no longer serves us, repatterning the subconscious, reconnecting with our authentic self, embodying new ways of living, and continually returning to wholeness. This journey is about remembering who you've always been beneath your survival patterns, not about becoming someone new.